Hi, this is Kevin Gong, and this is my chess tactics video on skewers. So in previous videos I explained what forks and pins are, and in this video I want to explain skewers. So skewers are very similar to pins, and some people actually think of them as reverse pins. So in a pin, usually you'd have the king being behind the piece that you're attacking. But in a skewer, you're actually attacking the king, and there's another piece behind the king. So here's a simple example of a skewer. Um, if white brings the rook to h8, check, attacking the king has to move out of the way, and you'll notice there's another black piece behind it. So once the king moves out of the way, then white can take that piece. So skewer is a nice way to win material. So let's look at another example. Now skewers, you can do skewers with the long range pieces, the rook, bishop, or queen. So let's look at another case. And usually the piece that you're attacking is the opponent's king or queen, although that doesn't have to be the case, but that's often the case for a skewer. So here again, you've got rook and white can move the rook up to h6, attacking the black queen, and the queen has to move out of the way. And notice there's no way for the queen to get out of the way and still protect the bishop, since the queen can't move to c8 or c4. So let's say it moves here to f5, then white can take the bishop. So let's look at another example. In this case, we're going to have the bishop execute the skewer. So white moves bishop to c3, check, attacking the king, and the queen is behind it. So after black moves the king out of the way, white can take the queen. Okay, and then white should be able to win that. So next, let's look at a case where you're not actually attacking the king or the queen. Here, white can skewer black's rooks. So white can move the bishop to c3, attacking the rook on f6. There's no way to block that attack, so black, to save this rook, would need to move it out of the way. But there's the other rook behind it, so if black moves the rook, say, to h6, then white can take the rook and win the exchange. So white will end up trading the bishop for a rook. So kind of the opposite situation. In this position, white can move the rook to f2, attacking the bishop on f6. Again, there's no way to protect or block. There's no way to protect this bishop or block the attack from the rook. So if black moves the bishop away, white can just take the bishop behind it. So finally, I want to show a skewer in one of the games I've played online. And I actually searched through a lot of, I think all of my online games. There's about 30 or so of them. And this was actually the only skewer I could find. So they're not as common as forks or pins, but they're no less valuable. So here I was playing black, and it was my move, and I moved my bishop to h6, attacking the queen here, and notice that there's a rook behind it. So once white moves the queen away, then I take the rook, winning the exchange. Okay, so I hope you've learned about skewers. Thanks for watching.